back to my channel. Hello, kamusta po? If you are new here, hi, my name's Anne. Welcome to my channel. I am a Filipina who lives here in the United Kingdom with my family. I am a nurse by profession, but loves anything beauty related, skincare, makeup, home decorating, cleaning. Those are the types of videos that I'll be sharing here in my channel. And I also sometimes do vlogs, and if you are here for that kind of content, please consider staying and subscribing to my channel. I would appreciate that so much. So without further ado, in today's video, I will be sharing to you my thoughts and opinions about overly hyped makeup product, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. So if you haven't seen my makeup haul last week, it is a dedicated Charlotte makeup haul. Please watch it if you haven't yet. This is one of the products that I have hauled recently. So this foundation is 30 mils. It is 34 pounds. It is quite expensive, and my shade is 5.5 neutral. So before I forget, guys, if you are planning to buy this foundation, bear in mind that it has a tendency to get a shade darker once it dries out. So if you want to buy it, get a shade lighter. I have tested this one the last few days and in so many ways, and I tried using it, applying it with my fingers, brush, and our damp beauty sponge. So when I did try to use my fingers, it was so difficult to blend. It wasn't blending properly. It was very dry. I tried the makeup brush with my favorite makeup brush. It was a little, it blends a little better than my fingers, but it was still very dry on my skin. So I tried a wet beauty sponge, and that's the way to go. I find that it gives me a luminous effect, and that dries down to a matte. Blending wise with a wet sponge is so much better, 100 times better. So way to go, use a damp wet sponge. I would say coverage wise, you can start it with a medium coverage, and you can build it up to a full coverage if you want. Mind you, if you do it, the more you build the coverage, the more it gets makeup-y, feels heavier on your face. And it's on my mature skin, it tends to be a bit dry. It was starting to cling onto my fine lines, and it wasn't a nice look. For those who doesn't know, my skin type is I have a mature skin with normal to dry skin, even more drier during the winter months. This particular foundation doesn't do well on my dry skin. It was very drying on my skin. It was clinging on my dry patches, and it was settling on my fine lines, especially around my nose. Those, even after a few minutes upon application, I did notice it was already clinging and separating weirdly on the sides of my nose. Before I forget, if you have this kind of foundation, or you are planning to buy this foundation, upon application, if you have a dry skin, leave it to dry and set. Do not powder it, because it will make it more drier and cakey, unless you have a very oily skin. This foundation will probably work on a very oily skin, but not on mature dry skin type. In my personal opinion, this foundation is probably good to wear on special events, not something that you would wear on a everyday kind of basis. I would say that because I feel like it's very heavy on my face, feels makeup-y. I can see that I'm actually wearing it, or people can see that you're actually wearing a foundation. It is not very skin-like. As I've said, the more you build it, it tends to be caking up. Like, it's not something like skin-like finish. So you would know and you would feel that you are actually wearing makeup. Long wearing, yeah, it is around 8 to 10 hours on me. It does transfer on a face mask, but I would say it's a long wearing foundation. So overall, I would say this foundation is not good for mature skin, especially with a drier skin type. If you have an oily skin, it might work for you, but not on dry skin type like mine. For the price, I would not buy. I would not run and buy for another one. It's a no for me. If I haven't had this one, and if I had a sample, and I wouldn't probably buy this one, full size bottle. It's very pricey, and my skin doesn't like it. Compared to my NARS Soft Matte Foundation, this is uncomparable. And there are other high-end foundation that performs far more better and looks far more better, even ones from the drugstore. There are other less pricey, less expensive drugstore options that performs and looks 1,000 times better than this one. Don't get me wrong, if you love this one, then maybe your skin is fine with it. And this is not a bad foundation. It just happens that my skin type is not able to handle this product. Of course, these are all my personal opinions and thoughts based on my mature skin and based on my experience. So it might work for you, especially if you have a more younger and oilier skin type. Personally, for me, for my mature drier skin type, I would like a foundation, something that will give me a soft matte finish and something that is undetectable, skin-like finish. You know, when people look at you, they will be wondering whether I am wearing a foundation or not, you know, something like that. And something that is not heavy, something that is that I will forget that I'm actually wearing a foundation. I would like a foundation that is not heavy at all. So I have other foundations that does that. Sometimes I forget that I'm actually wearing a foundation. It's just very easy, very skin-like. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on this foundation. Yeah, it's a shame. It is 34 pounds. I'm still gonna use it, but I'll just use it very sparingly, and I just have to prep my skin really well before I use this one. Otherwise, it will just cling onto my dye patches, you know, and it's not a good look. So that's it, guys. That's my personal thoughts and opinions on this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. And if you find this video helpful, and please give it a thumbs up and share it to your friends and family. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I will appreciate it so much. I am really trying to grow my channel, and my channel is still very small, so I hope you are gonna be part of it. Thank you for watching, guys. Keep safe. Bye.